Yeah, he's having a moment. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers. I'm going to talk about Game 40. Rangers lost 5-2 to the St. Louis Blues. And it's another 3-goal loss in as many games. I am losing my mind. Okay, so what happened? The Rangers got blown to hell on a score, like by goals. They did. Want to look at shots? They didn't by shots. Holy God, 42-20. They've outshot opponents in the past 2 games, 84-46. Like if you took a game where a team was outshot 46-42, you'd think, that's not that bad. That's just a high offense game. Except here's the thing: the 46 is the opponent in the last 2 games, and not one. And listen, I have been brought to the light somehow, some way, because we live in a weird world. I think it's because they're Canadian and they live up to the stereotype. The Canucks fans, of all people, following the last video for the Rangers, like, talked me off the edge. Like, they went out and they were like, no, come on, buddy, it's not that bad. The Canucks just have a great offense. And I don't know if they're just nice or in cahoots with St. Louis, because I believed them. I took the hand and walked away from the bridge and was like, you know what, you guys are right. The Canucks have one of the best offenses in the league, and I mean, hell, they're one of the best, maybe the best team in the league right now. And they're on a hot streak. I can't get too upset with that. Look at their offensive numbers. And they talked me away. The Vancouverians? I don't know what you guys are called. Hopefully some of you guys stuck around, by the way. You guys were total vibe in the comment section. They pulled me back and were like, no, it's fine. And I believed it. Now, here's the thing. That is true for Vancouver. The Blues are 28th of 32nd, or 28th of 32 for goals for. 5 goals for him on 20 shots. 20 shots. And here's the thing. I don't like just saying the same old thing repeatedly. I really don't. That's a boring video because you've seen it a dozen times. But when the problems don't change, you see where I'm going with this? Like, you can say what you will about, oh, well, Shesterkin must have... Well, what about him? He made, 15 stops on 19 shots. That's not a great night for him. And, like, yeah, statistically it isn't. Damn that Igor Shesterkin and putting himself on power plays. Damn that Igor Shesterkin. Why would he give up breakaways to Jordan Kyrou? Damn that Igor Shesterkin and checks notes, leaving men wide open in front of the net. Right? He's a goaltender. We sit in like this little blue square in front of the net, and that's it. The offense, I'm also not going to rag on them because they've put up 84 shots in 2 games. And yeah, they've only gotten 5 of them past, but who are those 2 goaltenders? It's Thatcher Demko and Jordan Binnington. Binnington, who's having a nice return to form. And Thatcher Demko, who is Thatcher Demko. I'm not going to blast him for not scoring on those guys. They're great. And it's not this lack of shots. Again, 84 shots in 2 nights. The offense is doing fine. Its first goal was for Jordan Kyrou. He was pretty wide open. He was coming flying in. There was no one to guard him. Bang! Scores. It's 1-1 because Adam Fox had a goal. Adam Fox gets a pass. Thumbs up for old Foxy boy. And the Panarin, Lafreniere, Trocheck line get a pass. That's about it. Everyone else, and Igor Shesterkin, and I'll say Will Culley. They're the cool ones tonight. And you get the second Jordan Kyrou goal, and it's a power play for the Blues. He's pretty much alone in front on a drive-by. Bang! Scores. It's 2-1 St. Louis. Then you have the Brennan Saad goal. And again, power play. Brendan Saad with a snipe. There is a crap ton of traffic in front of the net, whether it be Rangers or Blues, and it's 3-1. Then you have the third Jordan Kyrou goal for the hat trick. I don't have a hat on, and I'm not getting one for the opposing team. Alone on a breakaway. And, like, did the Rangers stop? I didn't even see them trying to, like, catch up and pressure him on that. Like, it was so bad. And he scores. He gets the Hattie. Good for him. He's been through quite a tough season, especially with the crowd. So, you know what? Good for him. Good for him. That's neat. Trocheck gets one to make you in the back of your head go, well, you know, there's still a lot of time left. But, you know, then you have Pavel Buchnevich get one with the empty net because, of course, he did 5-2. And I always try to be pretty lenient with the power play goals on a team, especially on a tender. And the same with breakaways. Like, yeah, 14 of 19, or 15 of 19, pardon me, doesn't look great. What do you want? Two of them are power plays. One of them is a clean breakaway with no pressure on the guy. And the other one, it's not a breakaway, but it was a nasty pass to a dude right in front with no one around him. The defense, it's bad. But it's not bad in the normal ways, where they just give up a couple of they're not giving up countless shots. You know, if they give up 42 shots and the Blues score 5 goals on 42, this is a bit of a different conversation. It's just not much, by the way, but like at least that's easy to correlate. This is the defense that when they make blunders, they just kind of stew in their blunder and let it happen. That's how you get guys alone in front. That's how you get breakaways where there's not a lick of pressure on them. It's annoying as all hell. Because you look at score effects for the past 2 games, the Rangers should be killing these teams. Like, 42 shots. And I'll look up the stuff for tonight. But I believe they did well in the underlying things that you want to win at. They won face-off. They did not win the block shot, so I'll give that to the Blues. They had a better face-off percentage. Like the Rangers, clearly they had a better face-off percentage. Look at how many shots they had. They were winning the draws. They were doing things properly in the other end. But once it crossed our defensive blue line, just take it from 5th gear to, like, 1st. And it's annoying because it's the same complaints that we've had over and over and over and over again. And now it's becoming the same complaints that we had last year, where at least this time the offense still continues to look good, but the defense is just... What happened to the defense from the first 25 games? Can we please hire those guys back? What's that? They're still here. And I know that this is rich, and a lot of people have probably already rushed to the comments to tell me how spoiled I am, because I'm saying all of this about a team that's in, like, what, 5th place in the league? 6th, but they have a game on hand against 5th place. Like, I understand how rich it is of me to be sitting here rooting for a team that it still has a crazy good record. Like, 26-12-2 is crazy good. They still have a 3-point lead in a game in hand for the Metro. And before you're looking at being out of it, it's a better lead than that. Brain totally didn't work there. 6-point lead with a game on hand to be not in a playoff position, just in terms of the Metro. That's not even talking about the wild card. Like, they're good. They're really good. But they set a standard for themselves through the first 25, 30 games. And out of nowhere, they have fallen off that cliff. And this isn't... Like, look, I understand why people will say it's a hot start. 30 games isn't a hot start. 10 games is. 15 games is. But once you get that 20th game, it's not a hot start anymore. That is just being a good team. They are good. They have done it against the best, and they have caved in the worst. The Rangers have done everything you need to do this year so far through 40 games to make you go, yeah, that's a good team. But in the past 5 or 6, maybe 10 games, they've just... It's as if they've fallen back into the trap that they were in all of last year, of just make it to the playoffs, and everything before that is... I said I wanted them to blow out the Blues, and now we get to change our head a little bit, because now you didn't, you got blown out. You play Saturday in Washington, the first, if I'm not mistaken, the first day of a home and home against Washington. So you play Washington Saturday and Sunday, both at 1 o'clock. Washington is in 7th place in the Metro. Cave them in. Both games. This is beyond... We're past it. We're past the you need to win. You need to go blow them out both nights. You've got to get mentally right. And losses like this, where the offense... Like, this is beyond Shesterkin getting irritated at the defense. It's to the point where the offense is going to start doubting the defense. You've got to go out there and kill them. First of the back-to-back is in Washington, Saturday at 1 o'clock. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. Please, please, for the love of all that is holy, let it be me discussing a win and starting to feel good about them again. 1 o'clock on Saturday, I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.